Figured it was a good time to get them to sit down, eat a meal, and have a chat with you so you can have some company. I'm gonna go clean up put these plates in the kitchen, get cleaned up.
That tent is gone. That was right here in the corner.
You know, it disappeared when they put these walls up and stuff, I think.
Well, good morning, little magic. How are you today? Have you had anything to eat this morning? Well, I hope Nariel fed you something. Well, I'm pretty sure you got one of those mice that run around. Mm-hmm. Oh, let me go grab something before I go see Kevin and see how he's doing.
Okay, put that away. Hello,
Oh,
Veloshi.
hello. How are you?
I'm alright. I was just cleaning up some dishes. The halflings were spending some time with Kevin.
Oh, very good, very good. Just anything that you want, just drop it there, and I'll wash it later and tidy up the rest. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. Veloshi is awake. Think she might be doing some personal things real quick. Or at least.
Now, Ryu, you get around a lot. Did you like the fact that I put a little warm rug over there for you so you can cuddle up or nice and warm at night? Now, you can't slack off though. You gotta make sure that nothing comes in here. Scratch them eyes out, okay? All right. I'll refresh your water and put another dish out for you. Okay? All righty. Bo, can I ask you, don't you get tired of juggling them balls all day and all night? I mean, uh, it's, you have quite of an endurance, my dear lady. You really do. It's amazing. You're up late, you're up early. Do you even get to sleep at all? Oh, I see. You just like juggling your balls. Okay. So you don't mind me, you go right ahead. If you need any refreshments, let me know. I'll leave something on the counter for you. That looks good. All right. Where do we have the coffee? He doesn't have coffee.
Yes. I remember eating a lot of. It's only because I stole it, but fruit was expensive, and it was not filling, but it was a luxury, especially when you don't have any money for it. So probably just any types of fruit, but I can't really taste. I generally can't taste foods. It's That was before my diet became a bit more specific. No, I just my taste buds just don't work the way they normally would. Everything tastes the same. Everything tastes like iron, even fruits and things like that. Hello.
Well, hello. How are you doing this morning, Kevin? Well, I have the most glorious story for you, Kevin. But do you want it's a fairly long story. Do you want me to tell it now or leave it for when we are later on in the evening before we retire? Well, you know what? I can't contain myself. I'll start the story now. Well, are you ready, Kevin? Okay, so this is a story of a young man who originated from the kingdom of Cloister, or so it was said. Now, what I'm about to say could be true because we do have the frost giants that could, well, lend some credence to the story. Then again, who could imagine plants could grow that way? But either way, it seems like another enchanted story. I'll let you be the judge. So, this young man, whose name was twisted along the way, originally was named Jake. Don't ask me where the name came from, but that was his name, Jake. And he was sent by his uncle into town to trade for goods and services. They were simple farming folk, you know. He was under the guidance of his uncle because his parents died when he was younger. Isn't that always the way? But anyway, he did the best he could, you know, to please his uncle, and so he went into town to buy some things, and well, he didn't have enough to make the ends meet that day, and a man offered him in return for his horse, or rather, payment at a later date, and he trusted this man. He gave him a sack, thinking that it had some coins in it, something of value that he could then return back to the man when the man came back with proper payment. But that was not the case. Unfortunately, all he had in that little sack when his uncle looked into it was a bunch of beans. Who would have thought? He should have felt that it wasn't heavy enough. Well, the bag was weighted down with some rocks. You know, you just have to be careful when you're out there trading. I know that for a fact. Anytime I go out trading for goods and services, I need to see the goods really, really before. I mean, the pirates at Pirate Cove, you know, we trade ever so often, and so far they've been good about, you know, being honest. But, you know, sometimes I catch one or two trying to swindle me, and that's when you have to, well, have kind of honeyed fingers so they stick to things, if you understand what I mean. But anyway, I digress. So back to the story. So, his uncle, being very upset, threw the beans at Jake and said, "How dare you trade our best horse for a bag of actual beans? Are you insane?" Well, Jake was upset, and rightly so, because he was swindled. So, yeah, I just had to take a drink of this coffee here to wet my whistle. So, Jack, being upset, decided to go into town to see if he can find this person, but he was nowhere to be found. And in the meantime, there was a ruckus in a local tavern, and a young lady was having a disagreement with some gentlemen who were being very rude, if you will. And Jake stepped in, and, well, as all stories go, he saw this lovely damsel in distress and helped her out, and she met his beautiful twinkling eyes, and, well, something started to bloom. Why is it always that way? Like, I don't understand. Does it really happen that way? I wouldn't know. Anyway, so, the young lady went on her way after thanking Jack and, Jake, and, yeah, that's how his name got twisted around a little bit. So I might confuse his after name with his given name. So, anyway, Jake was his given name. So Jake went back home. It had started to rain, and, well, his uncle sent him to bed without no food that night because, of course, they really had none to eat. So, in the middle of the night, there came a ruckus, as all ruckuses happen in the middle of the night, and someone came knocking on his door asking for some temporary shelter, and it turned out to be that young lady in distress, the damsel from earlier in the afternoon. Well, of course, Jake got twinkly eyes and, of course, invited her in to wait out the storm that was brewing outside. So, they each went to sleep in different sections of the house. Of course, this was a young lady. He had to afford her some privacy, and he wasn't that type of young man. He was well-bred, as farmers go. So, in the middle of the night, unbeknownst to everyone, there was a bit of creaking, a little bit of rocking. The moon shone brightly into the night. Well, what would you know? It was said in the lands that there were these beings that were magical in property. And how did Jake come about these magical beings? Well, who knows? That's the issue here. We don't know who gave him the beans. It was said it was some kind of druid, but then again, no one can confirm that because, well, the druid disappeared. So, as the house begins to rock and roll, as this massive trunk of tree starts to grow, it awakens Jack out of his cot. And the young lady, whose name happens to be Izzy, yells and screams, "Jake, what's going on? What's happening? Is the earth trembling?" Well, Jake jumped up out of his cot and ran over to where Izzy was. And they both held on to each other as the house continued to rock and roll back and forth among the tree and the vines and the truck that kept growing through the house and practically destroying it. Well, Jake was knocked off his feet. His grasp on Izzy was let loose, and, well, Izzy disappeared into the sky. Jack fell down to earth. Well, the townsfolk were up in arms. Everyone was screaming and yelling and running to and fro. Notice was sent to the kingdom's generals and the king, and before you knew it, the house, the trunk, was surrounded by the king's men themselves. And Jake was held under lock and key while the king arrived to find out what exactly had happened here. Well, it was said many, many years ago that these lands that they lived in were kind of run by giants. And when I mean giants, not the giants that we know of in the Frost Mountains. They were bigger, way bigger and taller. I mean, their foot was as big as a house, would cover a house, could step on a house, and it'd be like a little pebble under their feet. That's how tall and big they were. So the story goes. It is also said that the king at the time had vanquished these giants into another realm. The realm just above Earth, or so they said. Now, with this enormous beanstalk floating straight up into the sky, everyone began to suspect that the stories that were told around when they were younger were not stories at all, but an actual event that became a story, a fable, a tall tale of some type. Well, turns out that Izzy was the king's daughter, and he was holding Jake accountable for her life. So the expedition started, or so they say. A few good men were recruited from the knights, the best of the best, to go up into the stalk, this humongous trunk, and attempt to see what was on top, to see if they can locate poor Izzy, who was now lost to Earth. So they climb, and they climb, and they climb. For about 3 days, they climbed. In the process of the climbing, these 20 men or so were weaned out to all of about maybe 6 who were able to make the climb. Some suspiciously slipped off the sides of the tree limbs and vines and such, or so they say. Well, it's all stories go. You know, you always have to have a villain, right? So, it seems that someone was trying to, behind the king's back, overthrow, but isn't that always the way? Interesting, though. So, anyway, Jake made his way up with the last remaining knights, whereupon they were met with the most hideous, the most frightening, the most awful sight. An actual sleeping giant. They wound up at the foot, the toe of the giant. And when they looked over around this giant foot for miles and miles, because we can't say it's feet, but for miles along the road, you can see the leg, the thigh, the torso, and finally these huge hands holding the most hugest sword. So, how are they going to locate poor Izzy? For goodness sake. They were just little pebbles compared to this little, how would you even compare it? I guess you can compare it to, let me see, what can I use as a size that's comparable to us in the lands? Let me see. What is the
An ant?
smallest? Oh, okay. Yes. Good. Good, Nariel, good. We were ants compared to those giants. We could be squished like bugs. So, the problem with the knights that were there, they were kind of sorting profusely because of their armors. And giants, it was said, have a high, keenly sense of smell. So, of course, you could imagine what happened next. Everyone to their own, to each their own, I'd say. I'd be running like hell, for sure. So that's exactly what happened. They said they scattered. Well, this is Jake's version of the story. We never met the other knights, so we don't know. And it's between Jake and Izzy who were there and actually saw the giants. But then again, when she was located after all their trials and tribulations in Giant Land, they were able to come down to the Earth realm, as they said, because this beanstalk was supposed to, well, they compared it to a portal. Similar to what we did, but in a different physical form. So Jake inadvertently opened up a portal to this other realm, which can be reached by, of course, climbing this giant stalk. And, the giants gave chase climbing down the stalk. And a few days later, when Jake and Izzy were able to finally land on the earth, he yelled to everyone that was there to wake up and to begin to chop down this tree as best they could because they were being chased by a giant. So again, it was said that the giants were vanquished from this realm by a king who held a crown that was magical. However, after he did that and he died, he was buried in a secret location with the crown. So now the race was on to find out where this king was buried, to see if this crown can be acquired to control the giants again. In the meantime, well, one or two giants made it down to this plain and began to go across the lands, attempting to reestablish themselves. And ant armies against giant armies, kind of overwhelming. Because they could literally throw a rock way further than we can. And we can get crushed quite quicker than they can. But Jake was able to formulate a plan. Along with Izzy, they all went back to the keep and they held their grounds at the castle. They threw oil in the moat, lit it on fire to hold them at bay. While secretly, Jake was trying to figure out exactly where in one of the cloisters the king was buried with this crown. Unfortunately, it turned out, as all stories do, here's the twist. Apparently, the king's right-hand man had the crown. So they were all surprised when all of a sudden he came over the horizon riding on the shoulder of one of the giants. Well then, Jake got up all in arms and went toe to toe with the king's right-hand man and the giant that was able to infiltrate the doors. In the scuffle, Jake was able to grab the crown, and as one of the chandeliers came tumbling down on the giant, really a tactic to try and delay him because they really were outnumbered with those giants. he was able to grab hold of the crown and he put it on to see if what they said was true. And he yelled with all his might, "Stop! Cease! Return!" And miraculously, just like that, the giants stopped in their tracks. They all turned and put their weapons down. Well, colored Jake surprised. Izzy came running out from where she was, along with all the other knights and the king. And Jake gave the order, as the king nodded his approval, for the giants to go back up the stalks that they had grown, as basically they were vines that were hanging out of the sky. You really couldn't see that they were tethered to the ground in the other realm because they were so up high in the sky. So they were returned. They were told to return and to cut each and every vine and destroy each and every bean that they had to grow these special vines. In essence, isolating them to their realm so that they wouldn't cause any more destruction on Earth. And, well, as they always do, the happy endings, you know. Well, I guess it was a win-win situation. You know, they kind of controlled the death toll in the town. And they also, well, kind of didn't kill the giants because, honestly, how could they? They're a bunch of ants. I mean, they might have pecked them, but they weren't going to get rid of them, really. So if it wasn't for that, there we go again with the enchanted stuff. I never knew there was so much magic in the lands. Ah, it's just amazing. But anyway, as it was told, I wasn't there, so I can't say one way or another. But it is said that Jake returned the giants back to their realm, in essence, clearing the lands for future generations to be at peace once and for all. And no one knows where this crown is now. It is said to be under lock and key, highly guarded by an unknown specified person or persons. And, well, how could you keep someone from talking? They probably cut their tongue out. It's my guess. Wow. I would not sign up for a job like that. But anyway, Jake and Izzy got married, lived happily ever after the king decreed that, well, she could choose who she wanted to marry. And, well, she chose Jake and, well, they lived happily ever after. So, again, I don't know if it's true or not, but it is said, and the only evidence that I have is the frost giants that I've seen up at the Frost Castle. So, they might be descendants of the giants that do live in this upper realm above the earth. I just hope that none of them ever fall off because, wow, what a shaking of the earth that would be. So what do you think, Kevin? Does it meet with your approval? Do you think that that's something that it could be real?
Yes.
So you have seen these giants?
Not the giants that you talk of. But there is giant priests, giant skeleton of that size.
So then it is feasible that out there in this world there could still be a magic bean. With the crown. Well, you know what? I don't think I should repeat the story. It'll give people ideas. They'll go searching for this crown, and then they'll have an army of giants, and, well, we wouldn't want that.
It would be surprising if it's here.
Well, I've never heard of a township on these continents called Cloister, so I'm hoping that, well, the sky is big. It does cover a lot of land, so we'll just leave them up there, nice and relaxed, and enjoying their giant life. But honestly, I had no idea just until just now that, well, how much magic is used in these lands, or is woven into a lot of stories. Yeah, that's interesting.
Well, I mean, magic is alive.
Any other stories? Games?
Stories that I've heard. I mean, I've got plenty of stories. I just don't want to tell them all in one day. Uh, Nariel, what are these little things on the floor?
His toys. He's been moving them around.
Oh,
Yep, that's him.
well, isn't that cute? He didn't fashion the toys, did he? Was it given to him?
I don't know. I didn't bring them up here, so
Oh,
I'm not
so
sure.
he made them.
They were in my chest.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, okay.
I believe there's other things.
I think I'm gonna rest in my mind for just a little while. I really don't want to go to sleep. I just need to rest my eyes.
Okay, just rest your eyes. No problems. All right,
I'll be
let me
back.
see. Okay. Um. Well, these are really cute. Did you carve them? Or were they carved for you? Or did you trade for them?
I don't remember. They were just, well, inside of that chest.
Well, I think they're really cute. Hmm. If I had softwood, I would carve out like a little fence, so we can put a little fence, do a little house, and then we would uh, put a little green area, so it looks like there's a little farming going on next to the house, so that these look like wolves, so the wolves can have a place where they can frolic around, and a little pond, so they can drink water. And oh, no, 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 that's not a good idea. Okay, we need drinking water on one side and bathing water on the other side. You can't use the same for both. No, 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 not healthy.
Now I'm curious if you're able to.
Oh, do you want me to attempt to see if I can make a miniature little farm for the wolves?
If you want.
We could try. Let me think. Let me think. What would I use? What could I use? Give me a second. I'll come up with something. Believe you me. Ah, I got it. I'll be right back. Okay, we're gonna make a little miniature, a little miniature house for the. Okay, let's see if it's in here. Let's see. Let's see. Well, I mean, that's the best that I could do with what I found. Besides, wolves should be in the woods. So, yeah, there we go. That's their woods. And they have a little space where it's kind of dry. That could be their little den.
Alright then.
Oh, I think it's so cute. They can go into the little bowl thing there and hide under the leaves, and they'll be all nice and secure for the night. Then they come out hunting during the day. Oh, I forgot the most important thing. There you go. A nice home for the wolves. They have their den, which is nicely covered with the foliage, and you have water for them to drink and frolic in. Yeah. Now that's a good decent home for any decent wolf.
Adorable.
It's horrible. Adorable.
No, adorable.
Okay, good. All right. So now we have a home for the wolves. Yeah, we wouldn't enclose them in fences and stuff. This is their natural habitat. I like this better. Mm-hmm. Has
No, you have anything else for
There you go, little wolf. Now you have a place where you can go and call home. Does anyone else come by to say hello, Kevin?
Yes. Miss Tassel came by to see how I was doing. The half-breeds came by and ate a bit.
Well, that's very good. You've had a steady stream of people coming by and keeping you entertained for a bit.
Yes.
That's very good. That's very good.
I believe there was other people that came by, but they were looking for others. Like Miss. Yes, Miss Scott. For Arthur,
Hmm.
I believe.
Oh gosh, I should send a raven to Alara, letting me know when she's awake. Not that it's a major importance, but it's just she has some furs for me. In case I go up into the cold areas, I have something to wear and I won't get frostbite.
That would be bad.
Mm-hmm. Might have to cut something off, and I'm rather attached to most of my limbs, so. What?
Keep the noise down from above.
I, well, Kevin, you know what? I'll put down a rug so that it'll muffle the sounds of my feet.
Oh, I
Oh,
thought it was something else.
because that's a sturdy bed. I know the bed doesn't creak when I turn over. So can't be the bed. So my footsteps are the ones keeping you up at night.
Are you sure it's only turning?
Yes, I promise you. It's only me tossing and turning. Sometimes I can't sleep well, and well, I toss and turn in my sleep.
Alright then. Oh, could you check the guardian for me? Yes, the guardian. Uh,
So you want me to go check what again?
the guardian in the workshop. All the plans. The silkworms.
Ah, okay. You know what? Give me a second. Let me go check all the plants because I just realized that I did not water any of them. So let me go make sure that they all have water, the seeds are plenty, and so on and so forth. I'll be right back and I'll report.
Alright then.
Oh, that's an ugly thing. He's so ugly.
If Arthur was here, we would heard him first.
I mean, looks like Genesis over there.
Greetings. How can I be of
Hello.
assistance?
Booze.
Did you
Can
say
you-
food?
Can you tell
No,
us an
booze.
embarrassing story?
You said booze.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
booze, booze, booze.
Sure, not a problem.
I would
I
Not
got
to be
plenty of
mistaken
that.
with boobs. I have my own.
I got plenty of alcohol. I'm sorry. Segros, how have you been?
Hi. All right.
Well, that's good to know. Last time I saw you, you were, well, different.
What do you mean?
Oh, that hasn't changed. He's still different.
Were you looking for someone in particular?
Well, personally, myself, I was hoping that Mina or Cyrnos was around.
I have not seen neither one of them today.
Oh, okay. I just
Yeah.
want to finish the dare. It's okay.
Well, I mean, as you can see, no one else has come out. So, I know I was with Kevin. I was fixing up a few loose boards in the tavern. And then, and I was in the workshop. Nariel is taking a rest, a brief rest. She'll be up shortly. And, yeah, so I can offer you something to drink. Coming all this way, I'm pretty sure you're very thirsty. And, yeah, if I see them, I'll let them know that you were looking for them for a bear. Right?
It's just a finished one. I want to untie my hair.
Ah, okay. Well, I will let them know for sure. But please do come in and have something to drink.
Thank you.
How is Kevin doing? I heard he was encased in a crystal?
He's doing fine. The encasement is over exaggerated. He's doing just fine. Would you like to say hello to him?
Yeah.
Okay, let's come
I've
into
never
the
met
tavern, and I will
Is
give
he-
you something to drink first.
Is he encased in crystal behind the bar? Because that would be hilarious.
No, he is not. He is in his room, resting comfortably.
Only because it does not take much for me to get drunk, and
Well, you don't need
have
to
a
have
long day.
alcohol. I'm pretty sure we have water and grape juice and stuff like that.
Mm. Thank you.
Okay, let's see what I've got in here. All right. What
Just slip a
kind of?
little bit of alcohol in there for a little one.
No, let's not, please.
No.
Good.
I wouldn't do that. Okay. So, let's see. What would you like? As far as alcohol is concerned, we got a little bit of everything. You want a wine? You want a
Surprise
rum?
me.
Okay. Let's go with which is the strongest one?
Go with the strongest thing you got. For Kyle.
Was it for now you're drinking?
Segros, what would you like?
Far from it.
I'll just have some water, please.
Okay.
Sissy.
It's not gonna work, guy.
I'm afraid
peer
we are
pressure me
all out
into-
of water.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I'm fixing the pipes here, so I don't have any. I have herbal tea and iced tea if you would like. I have a little bit of spiced tea. It's just a little, added cinnamon to make it a little bit warm for the throat. Oh, I stand corrected. There is some water. So would both of you just want water? Or can I tempt you to some herbal tea?
How about some iced tea? Please?
Oh, absolutely.
Iced tea sounds good.
Tastes like swamp water.
What?
It probably
That must
was
be a-
made with swamp water.
Must be a jungle grog.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Thank you.
How many coins do I owe you?
Oh, those are on the house for now. Next time, you can pay, but for now, that's on the house.
You see,
Sure.
Nadia, I'm not the only one who does.
Now, when we do, I'm gonna go upstairs and see if Kevin is up to having a little bit of a company, and I will come down and let you know, and you can treat him to a story. Maybe something that's happened to you in the last day or so would be good. He loves those. Thank you for that tip. It is highly appreciated. I'll be right back.
Look what I put into my cup.
If you're asking me, that's a silly question. You know I can't see what you put in your cup.
Put your hands in the cup.
No.
Ah.
No, I put something in the cup.
You naughty man.
Kevin, are you up to some visitors? Segros is here with Kai and another friend.
Sure.
All right, I'll bring him up. Oh, wow.
Hope you guys got some good stories, because I ain't got one.
You don't have any stories? No, that can't be true.
Yeah. How about the one time you peed on a cactus?
What? That's a fictional story that you just made up a moment ago.
But it's still a story.
Alrighty then. You can all follow me and I'll take you to see Kevin. You can bring your drinks along.
Okay.
After you.
Oh, look, there goes the jerk.
God, we just let anyone in here anymore. We've got doors for a reason.
Yeah, so they opened. Why didn't they let you out?
What the?
Oh, there was Sia.
That's a story I need to hear.
I think my ass is too big to get through this. Okay.
Do you want some help?
I think I need to lose some weight. Oh, hello. Yes.
Just mind the toys on the floor, please. We were playing before. But you can sit in this area right here. Well, Kevin is right behind me.
Hi. My name's Nadia.
Is he awake?
Yes, he's awake.
I know he speaks quietly, but I don't hear anything.
Me either.
Hello, Mr. Kevin. That is a very large amount of energy you are presenting.
My covers. But yes,
I hear you want to hear some stories.
yes.
Are you fond of any particular kinds of stories?
Any story is a story.
Okay, let me see. I'll think. Give me a second to think of.
Well, it's not much of a story, but here's one. My ass got stuck in your staircase.
It's a short story.
And wide. No, but it's lovely, of course. Assuming I could see it all. What do you say, Nadia? Is it pretty?
I like it.
Very well. She likes it, I like it.
Your
Segros?
butt?
No, the tavern, you dummy.
Yeah, I love the last drop.
And if she likes my butt, then she likes my butt. It's not a big deal.
What?
I'm confused.
I'm confused.
That didn't take long.
Okay, I have a story, from my homeland. It is called "The Bear and the Raccoon Boy."
Well, damn, I'm going.
It's a decently long story.
Well, Sid,
So-
make yourself comfortable.
Well, I need to stand and command attention.
Ah, okay.
Oh, God,
Proceed.
he's going to
Proceed.
pay.
Yes.
Proceed.
So it starts off with the raccoon boy and his grandmother. They were living in a hut.
Was she a
Raccoon
raccoon
boy-
too?
Yes, that was his grandmother. The raccoon boy would go around looking for crawfish in the river because he was very fond of them. He would devour them on the spot with a crunching noise, and he never thought of saving any to take home to his grandmother. Thus, one day he went along the stream searching for crawfish, when suddenly he felt a strange presence hovering about him. He turned quickly and beheld a female bear watching him. He was frightened, but he dared not move. He remained very still until the bear started to come toward him. Then he fled. He ran, climbed up a tree in great haste. The bear dashed in pursuit and climbed right up after him. The bear said to him, "Nephew, something has crawled into my ear. Take this needle and try to remove it for me." She had many thorn needles pinned here and there on her body. "Oh, that she should say this," Raccoon Boy thought. "I will finish her with this very thing." The bear gave him the thorn needle, and he inserted it gently. But suddenly, he plunged the needle deep into her ear and pierced her. She fell backwards and tumbled to the ground. She moaned a few moments and was dead.
Double
The
cross.
Raccoon Boy quite shocking. The Raccoon Boy remained very still and watched her from above. He was afraid to descend the tree. It might be that she only pretends to be dead. So he began to throw pieces of bark at her. After she didn't move, he thought, "She is dead after all." He descended from the tree and then went home. And when he got home, he told his grandmother, "I have killed a bear." "Hush! You speak of a very fearsome one," his grandmother said. "Yes, but I have already killed her. Come, let us go carve her." Now they went, and truly enough, there lay the bear. Raccoon Boy and his grandmother then carved the body, packed the meat, and then took it home. There they put it to roast in a fire pit. They made a barbecue. Now, just as they had arranged everything, the boy's grandmother accidentally gashed her hand with a knife. "Oh, grandson, I have cut my hand!" she exclaimed. "Let me see," replied Raccoon Boy. "Ha! You are on your moon time. You will blight my hunting power. Hurry and build yourself a separate lodge." "No, grandson, I have only cut my hand." "Hurry and build a lodge. You are on your moon time," insisted Raccoon Boy. And now she went off to the side and built a lodge to which she moved her things and where she stayed in isolation. Alone now, Raccoon Boy went over to the barbecue and found that it had been roasted to perfection. At the roasting pit, he began to eat the bear meat, and while doing so, he started a deception. He began to talk loudly to himself. "Oh, you have come just in time. I killed a bear, and here I've roasted it in this pit. He talked to himself in this manner to give his grandmother the impression that some people had come. Thus, she would not suspect that he had eaten all of the roast by himself. The raccoon boy lied. Oh, yes, of course, take some along with you. But there he sat and ate. Wait, you have gone off and left your dog. Here. He quickly ran a little distance away and whistled for an imaginary dog. He returned at once and said, Yes, now he follows you. The raccoon boy ate up all the meat and even sucked the marrow from the bones. He had deprived his grandmother by his gluttony. Then he went over to her and said, We had guests, and their voracity has deprived us of food. They have taken all, but now you may return to the lodge. His grandmother took her things and went back to their lodge. Presently, she went over to the roasting pit. Oh, here is some marrow still left, she exclaimed. Let me see, grandmother. And the raccoon boy rushed over to her, took the bone, and began to suck the marrow out. His grandmother now became offended. She began to suspect him. Very likely not guests ate up all the meat, she said. Then she, the poor offended one, gnawed at the bones. His grandmother was deeply offended. Now I leave him. And she left, taking the bearskin with her. She went to a large patch of brush, and there she lay down in bear fashion with the skin wrapped around her. Soon the boy became lonely without his grandmother. My grandmother has gone somewhere. Perhaps she went to dig roots. And thus he spent the evening alone. He became so frightened and lonely that he cried. He began to chant weepingly, Hurry, hurry, oh hurry. Evening shadows come and my grandmother will then come home from digging. He spent the evening in lonely silence. That night he cried himself to sleep. On the following morning at dawn, he was still alone. The day passed. Now he thought, I must have offended my grandmother. I will go search for her. And thus he went. He looked for his grandmother. Then he saw smoke curling up from a dense patch of brush. Ah, there she is, making dried root loaf for me. Now the raccoon boy pushed his way into the brush patch. He began to call out as he went along, Grandmother, grandmother, are you making dried root loaf for me? Then he heard a growl as he pushed his way deeper into the brush. The grandmother heard him coming. Then she saw him approaching. She lay there. Raccoon boy came up to her, and then very suddenly she sprang to her feet. Why should I be making dried root loaf for you? In a short time, the human race will come, and then they will say about you, There is Raccoon boy looking for crawfish. He deprived his mother of food by his gluttony. Now she rushed furiously at the boy and crushed him to death in her jaws.
Oh, wow. I didn't see that coming. I guess you had a good meal after all.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you think
It is
about
a story that we told our young about the fears of gluttony and hoarding all things for oneself. In our circle, everything belonged to everybody.
What? No. That's it. No. Nope. Nope.
What do you mean, no?
No, there's some things you just have to keep for yourself.
What do you mean?
I'm not going to say it in front of the kids.
Yeah, what?
Hi. That was a good story. Thank you.
What did you think, Kevin?
A good story. Though I wasn't expecting candy.
Yes, well, It's a little gruesome, but not even family will save you if you treat them poorly.
Well, it is a story with a moral.
Well, yes, but the family is those who keep around you. It doesn't necessarily have to be, those that are, that you've descended from.
So, in other words, murder your kindred ones and eat them, and then go find somebody else.
Well, no. No, that's not what it's saying at all.
More of the question is if the grandmother ate the grandchild, what happened to his parents? Did she eat them too?
Well, she didn't necessarily eat him. I believe that is she just merely
She just
fed
mauled him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that would be waste of food.
Yes. And besides, how about that? Come here, grandson. Let's play. And then.
Well, she did not say let's play.
No, definitely. Her intentions were spot on. She was in her rage and hunger, in her passionate, mindless thought. She taught him a lesson he would never forget in his entire short life. And yeah, I honestly think that she had a good meal. Even though under the circumstances it was a lesson that someone needed to learn. Definitely any other children or grandchildren that she had would definitely learn, or the neighbor kids, Mm-hmm. And that's the way I see it.
Mm-hmm. Well, the story isn't a true story.
Ew, or so you say. Was it
Yeah.
was it a relative
Are
of
you
yours?
saying-
No, I am a human.
So so how did you come about this story? How old was this grandmother?
I don't know, but she did say in a short time the human race will come. But this story has been passed down from generation to generation in my circle.
So you want me to believe that this grandmother, in her old age, on her deathbed, made this deathbed confession to a human who had been passing by?
No, there was no humans around yet. It's why it's a story.
Ah, so.
It is a story to help young druids understand that even though you kill the deer, you don't necessarily need to take all of the deer. Because
Then
anything
how-
you leave behind will be eaten by the other animals and be reabsorbed into the earth.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense. Just sharing a little bit, a little bit goes a long way. So, yeah. So it was a story, not a story, but a story.
Yes, it was a story to help teach the young about the way of the forest. Okay, your turn.
So, in other words, eat your young, spit out their bones, and hope nobody else sees it.
Yeah, if that's what you took from it. Please don't repeat the story to anyone.
I think I could remember it all.
Yeah, that might be a good.
Well, you might remember it, but it just won't be in the same way.
Oh, sort of like how Arthur stole your joke and then repeats it in a different manner, just slightly different.
Yeah, but he doesn't do that. He repeats it the exact same way I told it.
Really? I think he always said it was full of, and you say it's got whatever. Anyways,
How are things at the Forks?
Pretty good. Most of our patrons recently have been people from here, and Miss Nadia, of course.
Oh. Well, I guess it is kind of quiet around here most of the time. And, um, Kevin is here. So, people are welcome to come here and listen to story time. Kevin and I have story time almost every day. We're thinking of setting a day where we have people of the lands come and listen to stories and stay for the drinks.
but I am very glad that Kevin is here. Oh, and yes, once whatever finishes happens and happens. Stay away from this Miss Miavel. She wants to draw blood from dragons.
Excuse me, what?
Who wants to draw blood from dragons?
I believe her name is Miavel.
Miavel?
Yes, supposedly she's a dragon trapped in an elven's body of some sort, and it's a curse, and she thinks having blood from other dragons is going to break the curse or something like that, but it just sounds stupid.
How would blood from another dragon break a curse?
Exactly.
What was that, Segros?
I said, that's what I said.
That makes no sense to me. Let's analyze this. What was it, Kevin?
That's a question for Miss Normal. There's a lot of things they do with dragon.
Okay, so how, according to... Go ahead.
That's the question for Miss Normal.
Oh, well, let me interject that thing. I have a joke. Are you ready for a joke?
Sure.
Okay, it goes like this. A druid walked into a bar and said, ouch.
If you set that joke up, I'll just say ouch.
Ew. Yes, of course. Maybe next time.
Yeah.
Anything interesting has been happening?
Oh, yes. Anything else interesting happening? Have you, have the orcs come by to visit you in any way, shape, or form?
Nope. It's been rather quiet, besides a few Patreons here and there. Oh, yes, the Miss Miaville is supposedly mastering magic, as she calls it. But she's not there yet, but yet she's, and I'm going to say, quote, a few millennia old. I mean, really? It takes that long?
Well, some people are just slow learners.
I was going to say dense like a 2x4, like the floor.
That could be a reason why they haven't acquired the knowledge necessary.
They're petrified. Oh, a good one. They're stiff.
Well, it certainly, I understand what Kevin is saying. There are a lot of things about, well, I don't know, everything about dragons per se. So, if this person supposedly claims that it's a possibility that through the transfusion of bodily fluids that they can do away with said curse, then who is she going to find who is willing to probably partake in such a experiment?
Marduk.
What?
Marduk would do that experiment for sure.
Where would he get someone to volunteer blood?
Well, assuming he could, he would definitely perform that experiment. He offered to replace my heart by cutting it open, putting in a new one.
Oh, we could get that knight in shining armor from Ladies' Night who did the splits.
she's looking for a victim. Oh my god. Well, okay. Let's not put ideas out there. Okay. Well,
Oh,
no.
we could get rid of the jerk guy, of course.
Dragon?
No. The I'm so pale and pasty and wear dark clothes, but has a grey complexion.
Wait a minute. Are you talking about Seer?
Oh yes, Mr. Jerk.
No. I can't have that happening. He's a fellow clansman, and unfortunately, he's not up for sale or um, donation or kidnapping or absconding or any of the above.
Oh, there goes my plane once I got my powers back. Anyways, I think it's Nadia's turn.
What? My turn for what?
Tell a story.
Event?
Uh,
Action? Something? Oh, maybe you should tell the whole story of reason why your hair's in a bun and you don't want to wear a bun.
oh. Well, yesterday, I had Bonbon and Mina come by. Um, they to my place, and they took me out exploring and to meet people. They took me to Inet's house, and they taught me how to play. Is it rollies with the dice? The game that they play. It was actually a lot of fun. I sat back to watch for a little bit first, and I kind of got the hang. And so you roll a dice, and you get lower than 10, then you dare to do. And then if it goes around the table and nobody gets lower than a 10, then it goes up by 10. So it would have been 20, 30, 40, etc. And then so the loser then gets to do, has a dare or a truth. And then, but if you roll 69, then you get to make a rule for the, do a dare for the entire table. No, you create a rule. But if you get 100, then it's a dare for the entire table. And then the dare was that we had to wear our hair in a bun until we saw one of the people from the table the next day. And so I am looking for Mina, Kawada, or Cyranos, or Init to be able to take my hair out of these buns.
Oh, really? Fascinating.
That's interesting. It really is. I'm so sorry that they're not here.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, I came up with the dare initially. I said that somebody would have to wear it as, wear their hair in a bun for an entire day, and they're all flabbergasted. And it's just like, I don't want to wear a bun in my hair for the whole day. Well, technically they all have.
The same style that you're wearing.
No. Mina has the same style I am wearing. But I believe Cyranos has just bun at the has his hair tied up in a bun. One single bun at the Wada has one, and Inette has one, although you can't really see because of the hood, but that's okay, we believe her. Yeah.
Well, if anyone's up for it, before we leave, I could tell another story called The Rabbit and the Moon Man.
I think I know this story. I think.
No? Okay, well, if you
Maybe.
do, let me know. And I'd be curious to know if it's the same story that you know. Okay. I'm going to preface this story, as this is a legend also. But before I start the story, before rabbits are the way they are now, typically seen in the wild, not saying that you are, Nadia, but timid and fearful mostly. They were great hunters and tricksters.
What?
Long ago, Rabbit was a great hunter. He lived with his grandmother. I know it sounds similar, but it's not, trust me. He lived with his grandmother in a lodge which stood deep in the forest. It was winter, and Rabbit had set traps and laid snares to catch game for food. He caught many small animals and birds until one day he discovered that some mysterious being was robbing his traps. Rabbit and his grandmother became hungry. Though he visited his traps very early each morning, he always found them empty. At first, Rabbit thought that the robber might be a cunning wolverine, until one morning he found a long, narrow footprint alongside his trap line. It was, he thought, the tracks of the robber, but they looked like moonbeams. Each morning, Rabbit rose earlier and earlier, but the being of the long foot was always ahead of him, and always his traps were empty. Rabbit made a trap from a bowstring with the loop so cleverly fastened that he felt certain that he would catch the robber when it came. He took one end of the thong with him, and he hid himself behind a clump of bushes from which he could watch his snare. Moonlight. Throng. It's like the leather strap for the snare.
Oh, okay, continue.
It was bright moonlight while he waited, but suddenly it became very dark as the moon disappeared. A few stars were still shining, and there were no clouds in the sky, so Rabbit wondered what had happened to the moon. Someone or something came stealthily through the trees, and then Rabbit was almost blinded by a flash of bright white light which went straight into his trapline and shone through the snare which he had set. Quick as a lightning flash, Rabbit jerked the bowstring and tightened the noose. There was a sound of struggling, and the light lurched from side to side. Rabbit knew, the tugging on his string, that he had caught the robber. He fastened the bowstring to a nearby sapling to hold the loop tight. Excitedly, Rabbit raced back to tell his grandmother, who was a wise old woman, what had happened. She told him that he must return at once and see who or what he had caught. Rabbit, who was very frightened, wanted to wait for daylight, but his grandmother insisted that it might be too late, so he returned to his trapline. When he came near his traps, Rabbit saw the bright white light was still there. It was so bright that it hurt his eyes. He bathed them in the icy water of the nearby brook, but still they smarted. He made big snowballs and threw them at the light in hopes of putting it out. As they went close to the light, he heard them sizzle and saw them melt. Next, Rabbit scooped up pawfuls of soft clay from the stream and made many big clay balls. He was a good shot and threw the balls with all of his force at the dancing white light. He heard them strike hard, and then his prisoner shouted. A strange, quivering voice asked why he had been snared and demanded that he be set free at once because he was the man in the moon and he must be home before dawn came. His face had been spotted with clay, and when Rabbit went closer, the Moon Man saw him and threatened to kill him and all of his tribe if he were not released. Rabbit was so terrified that he raced back to tell his grandmother about his strange captive. She was too much afraid and told Rabbit to return and release the thief immediately. Rabbit went back, and his voice shook with fear as he told the man in the moon that he would be released if he promised never to rob the snares again. To make doubly sure, Rabbit asked him to promise that he would never return to the earth, and that the Moon Man swore he would never do so. Rabbit could hardly see in the dazzling light, but at last he managed to gnaw through the bowstring with his teeth, and the man in the moon soon disappeared into the sky, leaving a bright trail of light behind him. Rabbit had been nearly blinded by the great white light, and his shoulders were badly scorched. Even today, rabbits blink as though light is too strong for their eyes. Their eyelids are pink, and their eyes water as if they look at a bright light. Their lips quiver, telling of Rabbit's terror. The man in the moon never has returned to Earth. When he lights the world, one can still see the marks of clay which Rabbit threw on his face. Sometimes he disappears for a few nights when he is trying to rub the marks of clay balls from his face. Then the world is dark, but when the man in the moon appears again, one can see that he has never been able to clean the marks from his shining face. The end.
Well, that is very much a fictional story, though, correct?
Yes, it's a legend on why the moon looks the way it does. And
a lot of questions.
Okay.
No, continue. I'll hold.
And it is a story about, being a trickster, like the rabbit was, ensnaring the moon in his trap. And might be part of the reason why rabbits now tend to eat more vegetation than hunt animals.
I mean, there may be rabbits out there that tend to eat meat. I don't know, but not myself. Not my family.
Yeah, and not the rabbits in the southern forest either.
Oh.
Yeah, I've never met a meat-eating rabbit.
What about the black ones?
Huh?
Well, they just explode.
Yeah.
As Veloshi's horse
Was victim to that, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, if the men in moon melted the snowballs, how come he didn't burn through the rope?
because the rabbit made the bowstring so well.
Poppycock.
They're calling foul.
Yes. He did it. Besides, if he only left, what was it? A one-legged moon? He only had one leg to pounce around on?
No, it looked like it. It looked like it because his feet were so long. They were like moonbeams.
You know, they need to attempt to make this a little bit believable. That definitely is a fictional story. she passed out. She can't. She was overwhelmed.
I think I like the job to chew beans better.
Huh?
Yeah! If he could melt the sun and not burn the thing, then how can the rabbit chew through the rope?
He melted snow.
Have really good teeth.
Yeah, he melted.
Yeah,
the
but
snow.
are your teeth like a beaver?
Better
Mine are.
than a.
Yeah, see, even Nadia says better than a beaver.
Okay, I give up. the room stops spinning, let me know.
Has it stopped spinning yet?
I don't know, I can't see.
Then how can you tell if the room is spinning in the first place?
That is a good question.
I win that one.
Score
You know what?
for you.
But bravo. So far you're the only one that has come up with stories. So
Yeah, I have.
although people are nitpicking at them.
I have lots of stories. Lots.
Mhm.
Well, then you need to come back and entertain us with more stories.
I can do that.
And more booze.
Absolutely, we're fully stocked.
No, we're running out of ghost wine.
I'll make some more. I'll talk to the brewer, and I'll help him make it. Do you guys want
Finished.
anything for the road before you leave? I'm not throwing you out. I'm not kicking you out. I'm just asking because I know you said something along the lines of, before I go, I want to give you one more story.
Well, I mean, I could tell more stories, but I kind of feel like I'm hogging the stage, you know.
Yeah, Kevin, do you want another story?
Well, I was going to say, there is brownie. I may, before I turn to this, I might go back.
Oh, the brownies are gonna go bad. Do you want them to? What do you want to do
Brownie?
with the
What are
brownies?
brownies?
There's the questions.
Well, Kevin made a batch of brownies that he hopes will not go bad before he, well, became this. So, I mean, I could look in the preservation box to see how many are left, and I could definitely offer you a snack with your drink.
That would be wonderful.
Absolutely.
I do need to get up and stretch my legs though. I don't think I've ever sat for so long.
There might be cinnamon rolls here.
They might be what, Kevin?
Cinnamon rolls.
I heard the word cinnamon in poles.
Yes.
I heard a horse. I know some people say they're hungry as a horse. Or hungry they could eat a horse.
Can I come for a walk, please? Cause what?
Sure. Come, stretch your legs for a minute.
I'm glad you're still here, Mr. Kevin.
Hours, days, weeks, years. I don't know.
Undetermined.
Mm-hmm.
How will you know
It
if
could
it's
be you right now. Sorry, what was the question?
how will you know
That
if
is
it's
so
ready?
cute.
Or if you're ready? Or if it's finished, whatever's happening.
I don't know. Maybe the crystal will start cracking. It might just explode.
So, if the crystal cracks, does that mean you'll hatch as a new Kevin?
Yes.
So you won't be the same Kevin.
Yes. I'll be taller. I'll be
Yes.
back to the size that I am. Hopefully. That's if nothing goes wrong.
Well, I hope it doesn't take too long. I hope it ends sooner rather than later, but is, completed.
Oh, I forgot the alcohol.
I still have a orgy to deal with.
Mm-hmm. I haven't had the pleasure of meeting them.
Maybe even have them join us. Protect
Pardon?
the lab here and there.
Oh, I see. I see. Interesting,
Have the
because
orcs protect the lab.
I think right now they're being directed by something or someone.
No,
Just a
we
feeling
have
I
a
have.
goal.
Yes, but I don't know if that goal is their own or someone else's.
Oh,
Oh.
pardon. Alright.
That is true.
I'm just gonna have a seat out here for a moment. I gotta think for a minute.
Okay.
Sure. Enjoy the fresh air.
Well, is there a bathroom up here? I know I saw one down at the bottom of the hill, but is there one up here?
Kevin, is there maybe in the clinic? I think.
No. The left to the workshop.
Okay. I'll be right back.
So, north from here. Well, south.
Yeah. I'm pretty familiar with where the workshop is. That sounds ominous. I've never been in there. Just want to make that known. Yeah, she was how do they say, half cut before she got here?
Hmm. Was she I mean, having some difficulties or something?
I think alcohol is a new sensation for her.
Oh, she's never had it before. I see, I see.
This is like the second time.
Should we get the bucket?
Pardon?
The bucket.
I don't know what that means.
The bucket full of alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a specialty.
Yeah.
We basically get a bucket and we mix every single alcohol. I'm talking about every last one of them. And, well, you can literally drown your sorrows in that. Guaranteed you won't remember a damn thing the next day.
I don't know if she has sorrows, but when she started losing her scales, and most of her powers, alcohol decided it was going to work again. Well, again, I mean for the first time.
So technically, alcohol didn't have an effect on her.
Yeah, it didn't before, but now it does.
Actually, what happened on that day? The party? We were drinking once, and then everything.
Yeah, everything blurred for you. I understand that. Things happened, things were said, and here we are today.
What happened?
Oh, more tea. Thank you.
Oh, you're quite
My
welcome.
name is Segros. Not Morty. Did you call me Morty?
No, I said more tea. More tea in my
No.
cup.
Oh, I thought you said that you called me Morty. I'm like, my name
No.
is Segros.
Why would I call you Morty?
I don't know. Nicknames come from weird places sometimes. I don't know.
I'm gonna call you Morty from now on. You just make
Ah,
that one
crap.
for yourself.
How's
You
your
did it to
catchphrase
yourself.
coming along?
Haha. Listen, catchphrases are organic. You can't just make them up.
Oh, so you haven't come up with one yet?
Mm-mm. Not yet.
You mess with me, and you're gonna get the bun. Never mind.
Careful. Huh.
Yeah.
Kai not back yet.
Nope.
Guys might be passed out somewhere.
I saw her walking around downstairs before.
Oh, is your alcohol, well, wherever you keep your alcohol, is it accessible or is it locked up? Yeah, you
Oh
might
boy.
want to go check that.
Miss Veloshi?
Yeah, I'll be back, Kevin.
Oh. Dance party.
She's dancing with the dancer down here.
I don't know if you could call that dancing.
Sure it is.
It's definitely not falling out of a tree.
Okay. Oh, Jesus. I did not need to see that.
Oh, really?
You know, I think Dean might want to, though.
Let's
Oh,
all leave Mr. Kevin alone all by himself.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he's fine. We're gonna go back upstairs. We just wanted to check up on you, make sure that you were okay. So we'll leave you to your dancing. She never tires of flinging those balls, so you're in for a long night of ball tossing.
I need to be. I need to get out of here. Okay.
I think I will go up and say goodbye to Kevin, but I think I will take my leave.
Okay, not a problem. It is getting quite late.
Still very early for me, but I still have things that can get done.
Oh, no, definitely. We probably kept you from all your chores. Oh, how thoughtless of me. But I do appreciate you coming, and I'm sorry you missed Cyranos and who else? Cyranos and Mina, so you can get rid of your buns. But I guess maybe you'll run into them later. Ooh, thank you. Okay.
Spread it with Kevin.
It's a little bit, absolutely, I will.
Oh, do you mind if I come up and say goodbye at least?
No, come, say goodbye.
Thank you.
My ass is gonna get stuck again.
Gotta get stuck somewhere. Kevin, it has been lovely to meet you.
Yes.
So I'm sure we will meet again. Please do take care.
Yes, we. Stay safe.
Hope you feel better soon. And not stuck in this room all day.
And I'll
The
be
door
back.
shrank.
I'll be back to tell you some more stories.
Okay.
I don't want to make the joke, but
Thank you so much for entertaining Kevin for a little bit. As you can see, he's not in a position to stretch his leg as much as we are, so it is highly appreciated you coming around and, well, giving us a story.
Or two.
Bye, Kevin.
I hope you hatch soon.
Oh, and you know what? It's happened again.
What did?
We're traveling at night.
It's not my fault. You're the one who wanted to leave this time.
What?
Well,
What?
It's not bad for anyone but me, so.
Do you need a light?
It's always nighttime for me.
No, thank you.
I have one, but it hurts everyone's eyes, so I suffer.
That's okay. I have one too.
No, that's not the one I was talking about.
Oh, which one are you talking?
I think he's
Doesn't
talking about
bother me.
watch your eyes, Nadia. Watch your eyes. He's talking probably about this one.
Oh, one of those. Oh no. Oh.
Oh, and the other, I didn't think about that one, Segros.
Yeah, that one I have is real bright. Last time I did it, it hurt Nadia's eyes, so I make sure not to do it.
That was only because it was unexpected.
And also right in your face.
Ouch.
That one too.
Well, I turned around, but it didn't make much of a difference.
No, I like that light. That's a bright light. I like bright lights, especially when it's dark like this. So, yeah.
Oh.
It's always dark.
Trap.
Is the doors closed, Kai?
Hmm?
Yeah.
There you go. It's open now.
Thank you, Veloshi.
Take care.
All right. Safe travels. Be careful. Okay. There we go. That was hilarious. Well, the moon is it's almost daybreak. They'll be fine. All right, this goes in there. Okay, that goes there. Oh. All right, Kevin. I spoke to the brewer, and he's holding on to that recipe for the ghost wine very, very close to the chest. He won't allow me to see it. That's one. Two. You told me to check on the silkworms?
Yes.
Okay. So, there seems to be exacts, but not silkworms. I'm not sure exactly what I'm supposed to give them to move things along.
Gray lupine. A gray flower. Lupine. And that's it.
Okay, so gray flower and lupine flower?
Lupine.
Okay. All right, let me go check.
Oh, and move the cocoons. One of the bursary boxes.
So
They're
when...
used to make silk.
So where am I moving the cocoons to?
One of the bursary boxes. So they don't spoil.
Ah, okay, gotcha. All right, okay, let me go do that. What was the other thing? I did put some more grass in the composting boxes, and I have to check to see if I think the planters are all doing pretty good.
That sounds good to hear.
Yeah, everything
As
is
for the ghost one, I'll ask Miss Norrell to do it.
okay. She went to rest her eyes a bit. She was just as someone would say, just taking what they call a cat nap, not necessarily sleeping, just resting for a bit. So she might be back in a little while. I don't know if you'll fall asleep by then, but I just letting you know. Let me go check those things right now. Be right back. door? Hello? Hello? Okay, so you said to put them in here. All right, good. Oh. Plants, plants, plants. Very good. All right, Kevin. Everything's taken care of. Uh, Cocoons put away. New plants gone in. Brewery check. Plants check. Mail check. Doors closed. Repairs, minor repairs to the bar done. What else? That's it. I think it was a very productive day, and you got yourself more than 3 or 4 stories, which is very good. What else? That's it.
Alright, man.
I'm going to turn in. I did manage to put down an old bear rug that I have, so it'll muffle some of my feet, so it won't disturb you if you're meditating and such. All right, Kevin? All right. Rest well. I will see you in the morning.
Oh, how about a good night kiss?
Really?
I'm joking. I'll see you want to.
Well, where's
Hello.
And see you by the bell. Never mind.
there. I blew you a kiss. Mina.
Hello, Kevin. Hi, Veloshi.
Oh, there.
Segros, Kai, and Nadia just left. Were you
Oh, yeah?
home this whole time, or did you just come in
No,
from
I
outside?
just woke up.
Oh, okay. Well,
Where'd they go?
I guess they went. Okay. Nadia says something about getting a bear. So she came by to see if you or Cyranos were around. I just thought that you were out and about since I hadn't seen you in a while. And so I told them that you were out and about. So, yeah, they were here for a while. They gave Kevin some stories. They had a few drinks, something to snack on. And then, I would say maybe going on 10 minutes ago or so, they
Wow, they might
left
be
to
in
go home.
Clearshore by now.
Yeah. They probably are.
Which home? Because they don't live together.
Well, there was Segros, so they might have gone back to the Forks.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for the heads up, Veloshi.
Sure, not a problem. I'm gonna turn in now. I checked all the plants.
Right.
I did some minor repairs on the tavern.
Oh,
Put
cool.
away some of the cocoons. Spoke to the brewer who won't allow me. He won't show me the recipe for the ghost wine, so I won't be able to make that anytime soon. And yeah, other than that, well, I just was tucking. I was tucking myself into bed and wishing Kevin a good night.
I just wanted to say hi to Kevin before I went out and did my stuff for the day.
All right. Well, I will
Hi,
let
Kevin.
you have a quick conversation with him, and I will see you tomorrow.
Good night, Veloshi.
Night.
Hi, Kevin.
Alright.
How you doing?
Doing better.
Good.
Do you have anything
I get you anything?
Stories.
Stories. All right. We played rollies all night with Nadia. That was fun yesterday.
I gotta put this in
Yeah, she made me hop like a rabbit.
well, I'll keep it for Kevin until you know what? Let's put it in the refrigerator.
And
No one's gonna suspect money in the
all
refrigerator.
sorts of stuff happened. It was fun. All right, Kevin. I just wanted to say hi.
Alright then. Stay safe.
All right. I love you, Kevin. Take care.
Until next time, everyone, rest well.